Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 86, and today we are returning with two massive games with our Lions as we face Atletico Madrid in the first leg of our first knockout round of the Champions League away in Spain, then take on Manchester United at home, which could be our first game back at the Den as well, as we plan to move back there after the stadium expansion. There's also a new signing as well, but before I show you all that, I'm going to show you what's been going on off camera. Actually, let's do the transfers first, because there's also been a couple of loans to report as well. Although, of course, there was one loan which I forgot to mention in the last episode. Aldo Perez went out on loan to Hoffenheim. Did I mention that in the last episode? I don't think I did. But Perez joined Hoffenheim on loan anyway to the rest of the season. Also, Koulibaly left on loan as well to Bournemouth on deadline day. He's off to the Cherries, and I love what's happened to Koulibaly, not these red arrows, but he's gone to Bournemouth, right? They were rock bottom of the table when he went in. They've now won 2 games, both games since he joined the club. They're out of the relegation zone now. He had a brilliant performance against Liverpool, 7.2 on his debut, and against Newcastle away, he scored the game winner. Mamadou Koulibaly, man. Bournemouth are going to be safe this year, all due to Koulibaly. I just know it. This is a great player, and he deserved first team football. So we let him out on loan, and Koulibaly's off to keep Bournemouth up this season. But so there was one new signing, as you can see, it was on deadline day, just like the Koulibaly departure, and that is Daniel, who came in from Bahia. Now, out of all the positions on the pitch we didn't need to strengthen, centre-back was the one. So, of course, I bought a new centre-back. But he looks really, really good, though. I thought it's one of those deals that you just can't pass it up. It happens in FM quite a lot for me, probably for you guys as well. There's a deal available, and you just can't pass it up because you might not get another chance later down the line. He had a minimum fee release clause to foreign clubs at Bahia of 12.75 million, and I was thought, right, let's snap that up before he signs a new deal and he gets rid of the release clause. So 12.75 mil for the centre-back. He's 6'6", so a real aerial presence. 17 for jumping, 16 for strength. Physically, he's very good in the air. Not the quickest with 12 and 14 for acceleration and pace, but not terrible. Mentally very good though. 16 aggression, 16 anticipation, brave 14 not bad, 19 determination, you know I love that, and 17 positioning, really crucial stat on the centre back with 17 work rate as well, and technically very good too. Heading 13, marking 14, needs improvement, but tackling 15 is also good as well. I love the fact he's got 13 for free kicks as well, and this guy could definitely be retrained to play as a border midfielder. He's already got that as an accomplished role in the DM role. I might retrain him to CM role as a border midfielder. His passing is not the best, but he's got the stats to play in that role, the Koulibaly role, and that's why I let Koulibaly go on loan as well, because Daniel might play as our secondary border midfielder in this team. So yeah, new signing, one departure in Koulibaly as well, and now let's show you what's been going on off camera as well. And it's not been a good run at all. Of course, in the last episode you saw our 2-2 draw at home to Stoke, and then our 3-0 victory away against West Ham. Played 4 games off camera, and as you can see, not a single win picked up. Now, he started with a 1-1 draw away against Stoke in the FA Cup 4th round. Bissouma made it 1-0 for the hosts as they went in front just before the break. And it was looking like our FA Cup adventure was going to end here away at the Bet365 Stadium, but Kabaki, with 2 minutes to go, rescued us and got us a point. He's enjoying a fantastic debut season for us this year, as he made it 1-1 and forced the replay at Craven Cottage. Following that, a 0-0 draw at home to Norwich, back in the Premier League, who are struggling this season, so a poor result there. And then a 2-1 loss at home to Stoke in the replay of the FA Cup 4th round. They came to London for the replay. They went in front through Kelechi Iheanacho, who scored against us in a league in January as well. He made it 1-0. Then Kabaki once again thought, oh, for goodness sake, I've got to do it again. Got to bail my team out again here in the FA Cup. Scored for us again, grabbing us the equalising goal and forcing extra time. But once again, Kelechi Iheanacho popped up with Stoke for another goal. It's 3 goals against us in 3 games, as he made it 2-1 in the 113th minute. And Stoke got the win in extra time to dump us out of the FA Cup. And now there is no chance of silverware this season. In a realistic scenario, we're not going to win the Champions League, obviously, and we're still several points behind Manchester United. And in our 4th and final game off camera, we let the gap extend further as well, because we drew away at Goodison Park against Everton. Sancho gave the Toffees the lead and made it 1-0 20 minutes into Goodison Park, and Julian Begg did bag us an equalising goal, getting on Nineveh Luiz cross, making it 1-1 7 minutes before the break to give us a point. But that's all it was, and thus, as you can see by our form book, well, we're in a bit of a bad patch right now. Now, it's very hard to say that with a straight face when you look at how good we've been for such a long period of time. We've only had 1 defeat in the calendar year, and 1 defeat stretching back to November, where we lost to Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium, but only 1 win in our last 6 games. It's not been a good run for us, out of the FA Cup as well, and as you can see right now in the Premier League, we have dropped down to 3rd place in the table. We're 8 points off Manchester United. There's 11 games to go. Yeah, I'll just come out and say it. We're not going to win the title this this season. It was always going to be tough for us to maintain a title challenge this year. We've just not got the legs to do it for an entire season yet. But we are still in the top four though, 3 points clear of Chelsea in 5th, but with Arsenal in 6th as well, only 8 points behind us. There's still a long way to go. 11 games to go left in the season. We're not even guaranteed a top 4 place, not by a long shot. So very, very long way to go. And hopefully this bad run of form will come to an end not before long, and hopefully in today's episode as well. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you heading into today's episode. So why don't we dive straight into the first game? It is Atletico Madrid away in the Champions League first knockout round. First time, of course, in the Champions League this season. So that's the first time we've reached this stage as well. And hopefully, obviously, we'll get a good result here away in Spain, and try and get our form sorted. Now, when you look at the morale of my players, well, I just want to point this out real quickly. When you look at the morale of my players, it's really poor right now. It's because I just did a team meeting. And I said to the boys, we're not playing well at the moment, but keep your heads up, we can turn it around. The sort of stuff that normally comes in the team meeting. And every single player reacted poorly. It's a shame I can't do like a historical team meeting, but every single player reacted poorly because of what I said in the team meeting. It's the first time that's ever happened to me, I think. The players reacted terribly, and thus they're not pleased with the fact that I was slagging us off a little bit, but also saying we can turn it around. Anyway, this is our team for the game then. Right now, injury report, every single player is fit. Ben did get a slight knock against Everton, but he's fine to play this game, and one player ineligible to competition, that's for Cech, who played for Barcelona earlier on in the competition. So 4-2-3-1 for the game. We've got Rulli in goal, back for retirement, Mauri, Ferencik and Bree, with Dobby and McKennie as CMs. Attacking midfield trio, Luiz on the left, O'Reilly through the middle, Menji is getting a start on the right hand side, Benka will start up top, and on the bench Petkovic, Allsop, Pingu, Paolo, Webster, Marek and Kabaki as well. So first game is Atletico Madrid. Let's get a win away in Spain, or at least some away goals. Come on, you Lions. So first highlight of the game is going to come 10 minutes into Atletico Madrid, it seems, as Chancellor finds Koke. And the Spanish midfielder is tackled by Dobby. The chance on the break here is to Romania releases Benga down the right-hand side. Lots of work to do as he works it into O'Reilly. And Matt finds space and also finds Dobby. We're trying to find an opening here just outside the edge of the area. Time and crosses. It will be cleared away with straight to McKennie. As we look to put the pressure on early and get ourselves that away goal we really want. Breeze cross, Benga controls, a great tackle, but Menji squeezed it in, and this is why I gave him the start tonight, because in big games, Ricardo Menjivar comes good. 1-0 to the Lions, and the El Salvador winger fires us in front. I said in the last episode, at some point he's going to have to leave the club. At some point, this bird will have to be let out of the cage, but we don't want to see that happen, because Menji is so good in these big games, and he's such a crucial squad player. 1-0 Millwall in front early. Get in, Ricardo. Menji makes it 1-0, but Romelu makes it 1-1, and right from kickoff, the Belgian puts Atletico Madrid back on level terms, and the former Manchester United striker has instantly diminished my good mood. Sold inside the centre circle, takes it forward, rolls it out wide, and it was just such a simple goal to concede as Bree stepped out of position, he was playing catch-up, couldn't get back to make the tackle. Lukaku in the centre loses Mauri, puts it home, 1-1. Rulli, by the way, I was trying to shop him in the January transfer window, trying to find him a new club. He doesn't want to stay here. He's not a first-team goalkeeper. Petkovic normally is our number one in the league, but there was only one bid. It came from Galatasaray. It was like 12 million, and they wanted us to pay like 55 grand a week of his current contract as well. My stupid fault putting him on 140 grand a week, but either way, I said before, I'll never accept a bid if I've got to contribute to the wages. What's the point? So, still tied at 1-1. As Atletico Madrid now had a bit between their teeth, and they're looking for a goal to get in front for the first time tonight. Great ball to Lukaku, and there is that second goal. Romelu Lukaku, big Rom, makes it 2-1. And Atletico Madrid turn the game on its head and lead with 9 minutes to go in the half. If we don't win this game, it will be 1 win in our last 7, I do believe, and none in our last 5. And we are really struggling big time right now at a crucial stage of the season. Lovely back heel by Correa there to Lukaku, and a great finish by the Belgian. 2-1, Atletico Madrid in front. We have got the away goal, and I was expecting us to draw at best tonight, but either way, it's a shame to throw it away in the first half, the lead that is, but there's plenty of time to go. Not going to start panicking just yet, and as Benka gets on the run here, great run by Benka, oh, wonderful work by Julian, but couldn't keep the shot down. It's still 2-1. We have created 2 clear-cut chances, one falling there, going over the bar, but it's been a decent first start to be fair, and there's no reason we can't find a second goal. I'll say to the boys at the break, I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. We fired up everyone apart from Luiz, who is stressed. He's going to leave. I hate to say this, but Luiz is definitely going to go at some point. He's still unhappy. He's still on the transfer list by request. He will definitely leave the club at some point. But 45 minutes to go, still trailing by 1. Plenty of time. That's got to be the mantra right now. Plenty of time. Let's not rush it. Highlight for Atletico Madrid, though, 4 minutes after the restart, as they work the ball inside towards Correa, who got the assist for their second goal. Now Lukaku gives it back, and Correa finds space to shoot, and drills just over the bar. Definitely going to be more goals in this one. 40 minutes to go. Whoever gets the next goal is going to be crucial, though. If Atletico Madrid go 3-1 up, that's the game over, and they're in the driving seat heading back to the den. But we get the second goal, and then we got the advantage. Come on. Very tempted to take off Luiz and switch Mendy to the left-hand side as an inside forward because he's not played well tonight, the Brazilian. Hate to say it, but I really do believe it's not going to be long before he is off to a different club as Koke finds his man down left-hand side, across the middle. Lukaku is there. Oh, and he slid it through to Angel Correa. And it's 3-1 as Atletico Madrid do extend their lead. And I was saying, if we got that next goal, if we got our second, then we've got the momentum in our hands. But instead now, Atletico Madrid are taking a commanding lead, not just of the leg, but the tie as well. Lukaku, did he mean that? I'm not entirely sure, but rolls it through to Correa. He didn't get the assist, but Correa with the finish makes it 3-1, and now we're in trouble. 20 minutes to go. Yeah, this is looking really worrying. Right, Webster on for Luiz, having a poor game out there. We'll switch those two roles around. Mendy will operate as an inside forward on the left-hand side. I feel we need to get Benker a little bit more service up top as well. I want to bring on Marek, but I'm not entirely sure who for. We could switch to a 4-2-4 actually, and take him off for O'Reilly. I think we'll do that actually. Yeah, good idea. And we'll just make those two changes for now. But 18 minutes to go. We may as well chase a second goal and concede a fourth by doing so, because this result right now will put us in a really precarious position heading back to the den. We need another goal. We have to get one now as we're trailing by 2. Mendy on the ball, gets away from his man. Great work by Ricardo. He's done it again. Oh, Mendy, absolutely brilliant. Now can he cross? He can, and Benker heads it in. Oh, Ricardo Menjivar, never leave us, mate. Always comes good in big games. Benker would have finished 3-2. I said he needed some more support up there, and it's Mendy who gets the assist there, attacking down the right when we just switched him to the left-hand side. Lovely counter-attack, all single-handedly done by Ricardo Menjivar, really. Cross to the far post. Benker is there. 3-2. Now let's get the equaliser. Corner for Atletico Madrid, though. Can we do it again, or can they get a fourth goal? Shot comes in. Oh, Rulli! Excellent save. About time. Tips it onto the crossbar and keeps it at 3-2. What a stop. So one final chance here in extra time as Benker is released. Got a lot of work to do, though. And he's gone for goal and really should have held on to that ball there and waited for Marek to get into support in the area. Benker being a bit greedy there as he fires it way wide the post. But that will do it then. It's going to be another defeat for us. Our bad run of form continues. However, it's not actually a terrible result. We've got the away goals we wanted, two of them in total. And it means if we score at the den, then Atletico Madrid will need to score as well. So, yeah, I'll say to the boys, it was just one of those days. We've seen them gain confidence and get relaxed and motivated. That's good to see. And you know, that's not a terrible result. It's a loss. It's crazy to say it's a loss, but it's not a terrible result. At least we're still in the tie. That's the most important thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're obviously the underdogs to get through now. When's the second leg? There it is, 9th of March. Sandwiched in between Chelsea away and Manchester City at home. It's been a bad run for us in the past few weeks, but look at the games we got. Manchester United, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Man City, and then Liverpool as well. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We've got to get a win here against Manchester United or Chelsea, I feel, in these two games. We need the 3 points in the league again. We need to get back to form. And just before we move into the second and final game of today's episode, here is the email confirmation we were waiting for. The Millwall board are pleased to announce that the planned expansion of the Den has been completed. The all-seater stadium will now accommodate a total of 30,000 spectators that increases by 9,854 seats. The club will move back to their regular home ground with immediate effect. So cheers Fulham for letting us ground chill Craven Cottage. I don't know if I've mentioned this, guys, but I've A, got a soft spot for Fulham, and B, love Craven Cottage. I'm not sure I've mentioned that before, but anyway, we're back to the Den, 30,000 seats. We filled in those corners, and we'll play host to Manchester United in our first game back as well. So really looking forward to it. Bournemouth have just won again. They're beating Leicester by 2-0. Mamadou Koulibaly must have started. Yeah, of course he did, and got a key pass in that game as well. How, like, seriously, they were bottom of the table and looking certs to go down. Now, it's 9 points from a possible 9, 3 wins from 3 since he joined the club. Mamadou Koulibaly, he's the team saver. If you're going down, put Koulibaly in your lineup. He'll get you out of trouble. Here we go then, it's the second and final game of today's episode as we take on Manchester United back at the Den with those corners filled in, and a sellout is expected as well, 30,000, so looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to the 3D replays, if we get some, that is, and seeing what the Den actually looks like in the game now with the corners filled in. So yeah, 30,000 seats have been sold, and hopefully 30,000 fans, or about 27,000 fans, if Manchester United get the allocation they said there, we'll be celebrating a win and a return to winning ways after a poor run of form. So 4-2-4 for the game. This is our lineup for the match. Let's get back to winning ways. Pekovic in goal, back for retirement. Also, Ferinchek around the area with McKennie and Powell as CMs. Louise and Webster on the wings, and Benker and Marek, the captain, up top together. Come on, lads. We need the 3 points. On the bench, Rulli, Vacek, Pingu, Dobby, Menji, John Reliable Black, and Dale Kabaki as well. So second game, we desperately need a win after 1 in our last 7. Come on, you Lions. Let's get the 3 points here. So first highlight of the game coming early, 3.5 minutes in, as Carl Allsop finds Josh Tyman down his left-hand side, who evades his man there and plays it into Louise. Early knock for him as he finds Benker at the near post, who heads over. Early chance there for Julian, but heads over the bar. It's still 0-0, but that's what we want to see, an early opportunity to get ourselves in front. Now let's get in front. Louise is definitely going. He's not the same player anymore. He's just not the same player anymore. He used to run at defenders, used to run at right backs and leave them on the floor, but now he's not bothered anymore, Louise. He wants to lead the club. I think it's time to let him go. I think it's time to let him go in the summer and possibly let Pingu take over as our first choice left winger and see if he can fill in and do okay. Anyway, here is Louise, speed of the devil on the ball, playing it through to Benker, and maybe a chance on the break here. Julian running at his man, has Kuchar with him and finds him, and Marek finds Webster, who will cross, and Benker is there, and Julian Benker is one player who will never let go of, gives us the lead just before the break, and 27,000 Millwall fans inside the den go ballistic. Benker down left-hand side, steps inside, rolls it through to Marek Kuchar. Kuchar with a lovely through ball to find Webster, cross to the middle, and there is Benker with the header into the back of the net. 1-0, and the corner's been filled in. Can't tell from that angle. McKennie to Benker. And another chance here as Louise finds Marek Kuchar, who fires it just off target and behind for a goal kick. If the corner's been filled in, I don't think there was a stand there, was there? If we've increased it to 30,000, yet the corners haven't been filled in, then you can only imagine that the stands of our current stands have been either increased, a new tier perhaps put onto the to the west and to the east. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it's still 1-0 at half time. And enough about the stadium. Let's get into the second half and try and find a second goal. This will be a big win if we can get it as well, because we'll cut the gap into Manchester United. We'll pull further away of Chelsea and Arsenal, the chasing 2 teams outside the top 4 right now. This will be a big victory if we can hang on to it. Come on. Highlight for the Red Devils though, 71 minutes in, and a chance for them to get back on level terms here. And Titi finds Richard, back to Lewis Cook. And the English midfielder will find Borja Rao on the turn, tackled by Allsop, but Cook gets it back, and now Sostik looking for an opening as Manchester United continue to press, and they found one. Hudson-Odoi, good save, Petkovic. I prefer him so much to Rulli. I never should have signed Rulli. I had such high hopes for a goalkeeper that is described as elite, but he's been far from elite ever since he joined us. Still 1-0, great save, Alan. Approaching the final few minutes of the game, can Manchester United bag their equalising goals? They continue to hunt for it. We're still up by 1 though. This will be a big 3 points, man, after our terrible run of form. We can't let it slip now with just a couple minutes to go. McKennie does well and launched it long, and Benker's onto it. The flag stays down, and Julian Benker just about to be subbed off for John Black. You best believe Mr. Reliable would have tucked that one over, made it 2-0. But still the lead is 1, and I think that might be enough anyway for us to make it through. Come on. Almost there, and there it is. Final whistle blown, back of the den and back to winning ways. 1-0 the final score. I do want to take a look at the goal though. I'll do that in a minute actually, and I'll praise the team first for finally getting us back to winning ways there with a big 1-0 victory. Benker separating the sides. But yeah, I do want to see like where the stadium has increased, if not in the corners. So I just want to quickly go back to the game and check out that highlight again. Let's go to a sideline view. That'll give us the best view here of the goal. I swear the corner there wasn't a stand there. Maybe I wasn't looking properly, but we'll have a look anyway here on the highlight real quickly. And we did indeed sell out the whole stadium. No, the corners haven't been filled in, which means that we've got 3 tiers. I think we've now got 3 tiers here on the south and the north stands, Cold Blow Lane, and where the visitors will be as well, because the corners haven't actually been filled in. What a peculiar way to upgrade the stadium. We've got 3 tiers now, 4. Why? Why have we done that? That makes absolutely no sense. Why are we not fielding those corners instead? Surely that would be the logical step next to increase our stadium. Like, I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have more seats in the ground. But it's just a peculiar way of doing it, isn't it? Anyway, that's a surprise. But we got the win. That's the most important thing. A big 3 points there. We now move back into second place. We cut the gap to 5 points. 10 games to go. I'm going to pull a Claudio Ranieri. We just need to get to 70 points. I don't think we're going to be in a title race this season, but we still are technically. 10 games to go, and you just never know. I'm glad we're back into second anyway, and I'm glad we're pulling away from the teams chasing us below outside the top 4. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like. Likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and you really help channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode coming out tomorrow morning, and it's got to be the Athletic Madrid second leg at the Den. It says Craven Cottage, but it will surely be the Den, right? It's got to be the Den. Athletic Madrid at the Den, and Manchester City at home as well. So 2 massive games there, and I'll see you for it tomorrow morning. Much love, have a great day, and I'll see you then. Bye.